busy work off stream. Now, if only the game would start showing up in the stream. There it goes. Alright, excellent. I did some busy work by just running around doing Merlin trials and magical hotspots. As you can see, I have all 5 ancient magic slots available now. I didn't do any main quests, so it's time for us to go to divination class, I believe. Divination class. We could also go to beasts class instead. That's easier to find. There we go. Beasts. See how far we can get into getting our dark spells. I think I have to do at least one more trial before the this quest for Crucio will come up. So
Revelio.
I wish they had redesigned this game a little bit more so that the dark the unforgivable curses quests were doable kind of outside the main quests a bit.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Kneazles.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
That's not very nice.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tus peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her
Don't
name
look like
is
rodents to
Persephone.
me.
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
I may be evil, but not to animals.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles, just as you did with Gerald. The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Okay.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
Beastly.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Okay.
Over here.
Oh, great. Hello, Poppy. What do you want?
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
All right.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really?
So I'm a dark
Well,
wizard
thank you,
with a soft
I
spot
think.
for fuzzy
As I
animals.
said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
I have way too much moonstone.
Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
As a certain Malfoy learned one time. Okay, so bow. I gotta do it again. Yes, bow again.
I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
There we go. Horse eagle thing.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. The poachers seem a dangerous lot.
They don't scare me. Besides, I'd do anything to keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Okay. Yeah, just wandering around picking up all those challenges and things has raised my level quite a bit. Let me see, we got okay, we need to go to divination class. Which divination. I always forget which. Actually, should it? Oh, it should be giving us a. Here we go. Divination classroom. I want to try to get the quest line for the dark spells, the unforgivable curses, as quickly as I can.
Revelio.
There we go.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
Oh, ha-dee, ha-ha. Aren't we funny? So 5 death cards. That can't be good.
Ona is so knowledgeable.
Alrighty then. Why, hello there.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
Mustache twirling and power.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills, and you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
Okay.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Okay, so...
Excellent. I think you have it.
Alright, now then. Let's pull up our... Oh, wrong button. Accidentally broke a thunder brew. Helm of Urgot. Speak to Serona in the 3 broomsticks. Hope we start getting the dark spells soon. It just annoys me that it takes so long to get all 3 of them. On my last playthrough, I never even got the quest for the final one by the end. So I said, well, I'm going to do a run, and I'm going to try my best to get all 3 of them as soon as possible.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
So I'm skipping
Hello,
all the
Miss
side
Ryan.
quests.
I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those 2 are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Thank you, Serona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Serona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
It's like, I'm getting pretty competent, so I don't think I need any supplies. Near the witch's tomb, eh? Doesn't look very near it. How did he get over there so fast? He's a very quick little goblin.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Okay.
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck.
I want power in a hurry.
I will remain here,
No time
eagerly
for
awaiting your
chit-chat.
return. Please.
Revelio. It's sealed. Revelio. Moths. Curious.
Guess we know who invented those frames.
Merlin's beard.
Well, I should check my inventory and make sure I have plenty of space. Oh, 10 out of 36, that's plenty of room. Nothing like going through a dungeon and having to leave loot behind. That's why I went and did some Merlin trials to increase my capacity.
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Accio! Lumos! Lumos! Lumos!
Technically, you don't have to shoot your wand to do that. All you have to do is turn Lumos off, but... it's more dramatic.
I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Oh, you do you? Well, in theory.
Confringo! These inferior horrible!
You can do an infinite combo on these things if you don't hit them with fire first. Because the fourth shot knocks them back. And they take no damage, but they do get knocked back. So if you really ever want to fill in your energy meter,
Confringo!
just find it in Fury. Don't hit it with fire, just keep spamming your regular wand attack. Let's see now.
Revelio!
Okay. Let's see.
Lumos! If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Corso! Lumos. Lumos.
Butterfly puzzle dungeon.
Revelio.
Let's see what we got here.
What's that hanging there? It's precarious. Down I go. No other way. It's sealed shut from the other side.
Looks like I found some better gloves. Let's see. Just better get in the habit of wearing nothing but elite equipment, or rather legendary equipment. Because when I get to the point where I can upgrade it, those can hold the best upgrades.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Creepy bridge.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There we go. Finished our bridge. Creepy, rickety bridge complete.
Revelio.
Which I think that's all we need to do here. Okay.
Accio. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
And I think that's everything. Come on. Down we go.
Oh! Revelio.
All right, now then.
Lumos. Confringo. Leviosa.
Let's see.
Confringo. Leviosa. Confringo. Leviosa. Revelio.
Another one
Lumos.
to power the thing.
Depulso. Confringo. Lumos.
Oh, come on.
Depulso. This looks even more complex.
Okay, so
Lumos.
okay, now then.
Depulso. Lumos.
All right, we need one more. There we go.
Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. The dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet to show this to Lodgok.
All right.
Revelio. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway.
The non-puzzle puzzle doorway. Didn't have to actually figure out how to open it, it just opens. Hello, Lodgok.
Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
Okay.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves put their hands on such a relic.
Flying nap of the earth here.
There they are. The Ashwinders. Revelio.
You're going to regret that.
Oh, looks like they're busy.
That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
Expulso!
Oh, wonderful.
I see.
Uh-huh. I don't have to actually fight you.
Expulso!
Now, this has become personal.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
All right, we got the helmet.
I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
It's interesting. I guess the quest didn't quite pop up just yet. It said new quest available, but... Ah, there we go. Ah, Shadow of the Estate. About time. So, we'll see what we can do as far as getting the Sebastian arc up to where we can actually start getting dark spells. Unforgivable curses. Unfortunately, they linked in the unforgivable curses into the story arc. So you can't really get them too much sooner than advancing the story arc. If only they'd made some of them side quests.
Nice to see you.
My sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Alright, so we have
Now
to
that
wait.
you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Building up quite a collection of side quests here.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My Uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
Really?
I'm
That
sorry.
looks like you who started the fight.
sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Alright, now we have to go talk to these two.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
Well, I don't know.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Oh, you're a bit of a jerk, aren't you?
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Yeah, he's a jerk, isn't he?
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Oh. Someone's here.
Expelliarmus.
Oh, we're full of potions. Okay.
Revelio.
Let me check my talents here. 2 talent points. Let's see. Meh. Making that an AoE could be very handy. Let's see.
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Flipendo.
Really, it is. What an unfortunate disappointment. That's unexpected. And utterly pitiful, this man.
Flipendo.
Attacking with love. Can't fight for yourself. Back to the ground with you.
You've made your last mistake. I don't have time for this. You call that such arrogance? Why don't you come up here and fight me? How nice of you to stop by.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
Who do you think you are?
Flipendo.
Let's get this over with.
Glacius. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Glacius.
Pretend to surrender there.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
rather unwise coming back this way.
Expelliarmus! I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
I always try to do the dueling feats because that gets you some. No, sorry, I don't go for ad spam types.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Okay.
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. Revelio. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar.
Revelio.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Somebody didn't want anyone talking to that painting.
Confringo! Revelio.
Oh, talk to Sebastian first? Okay.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
It's actually
Look at this.
Fairly succinct summary of the game so
Someone
far.
piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Lumos. Lumos.
Isidora Morganach.
A journal entry of Isidora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isidora's travels.
Lumos. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream?
In this
Because that
picture
happens to
frame.
me too.
Now that's clearly in a picture frame or a mirror. But he's going to say it's on the wall for some reason.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true. And I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Yeah, that's clearly on a mirror frame. That's not on a stone wall.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Yeah. It's those things that you shoot with basic cast in those trials.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Probably nothing important. Just some clothing stuff. Soon I'll be able to upgrade my equipment. But not until I finish the next couple of quests. In fact, I think this is the one that leads to being able to upgrade your equipment. I should probably go and do that. Especially since advancing main quest lines seems to be the way to get Sebastian's story arc to advance.
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack.
And he sucks me in and puts me in the
Perfect
closet.
for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class. That I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
Knapsack, indeed.
Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing.
All right.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. we have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the pottle of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
All right, so put the bag on the thing there.
Revelio.
All right, first thing we got to do is freeze one.
Places.
I missed. No, I didn't. Okay.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Check my inventory here. Let's see. So we've got, well, we got 2 males. We do need a female if we're going to breed them. So let's see if we can't grab one while we're here.
Revelio. Places.
There we go.
Everything's all right now. I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Revelio.
Dun, 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 dun.
This place has seen better days. Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Places. There. I'm not going to hurt you.
All right, let me quickly check. See, that one's a male. We need a female to match it. Oh.
Places. Professor Howard will never believe this.
Double check just to make sure. Okay, female, male. Okay, excellent. Now we gotta go talk to Deke again.
I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Revelio. Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
All right, so we just have to go over here, then pull up the map, and we can just instantly turn it into nighttime. Why, hello there.
Places.
Okay, that was a female. I made sure I knew which
Settle
one
yourself.
that time.
I mean you no harm. Revelio.
So, we need some male, do we? Those are both females.
Places. Everything's all right now.
All right. And we got a female and a male. Okay. Very good.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Okay. And I believe I do know where I can find some Neasels. Way down here. That's Graphorns. We can't get those yet. Puffskeins. Neasels. There we go. Might as well fill up the first room in our first run. It can only fit 4 types of beasts, and when you get all the types of beasts that will fit in it, that's when it would give you another room, hopefully. Maybe we can expedite this thing and get all the creatures we need in order to upgrade our gear.
Revelio.
Okay, that'll be the Neaselton over here. There we go, Neasels. Hi, Neasels.
Places.
Scared girl, Neasel.
Revelio.
And we just need a boy Neasel to go with it.
Places.
thinks you should be proud. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready. Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
All right, so we got Puffskein. And a Jobinal. And a Moocough.
Oh! Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Okay, so... All right, now then. Oops, that's not where to go. Now then. Not that the toy box is really that important. Oh, come on. So, we gotta go to there. And because of the feeder, we only need to use the brush. Brushed. All right. is, it doesn't necessarily target the one you're actually seeing the item for. Okay, is everybody farmed here? Let's pull up the thing. Okay, yeah. Oh, except for him. Where is he? Come on, eat some food, you little beast. Okay. Talk to Deke.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Okay. So we gotta go back in here. Let's go into our side room here, where we put all of our utility items. Pick up all the ridiculous quantities of moonstone that I've got. All right, so enchanted loom. Unless I don't want it to be blocked or blocking anything, so put it off to the side here. There we go. Put it right next to the all right, now then. All right, so we've upgraded all the things we're actually wearing, and I can sell the rest. Let's see, do I have to go and turn it in? Oh, I have to add a trait to an item. So, one more thing to do. Let me see. Traits. What have I got for level 3? Only really doing that because I have to.
That came out nicely.
I still don't have the
I
traits
should show
I really
Deke.
want. What I really want is ancient magic damage increase.
I use the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Okay. Now that that's finished, I can teleport to Hogsmeade and sell my extra gear.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
You're back. Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today?
I'm looking to offload some stuff. Well, that was actually better than what I was wearing, but I already upgraded everything.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
No doubt I'll find better stuff later. Okay, now then. Speaking of spent witches... Oh, wait a minute. We're back to Sebastian. So let's get this done. I think this will be the next step in getting the dark magic. So I wants me dark magic. 'Cause it's so easy when you're evil. This is the life you see, the devil tips his hat to me.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
Couldn't be soon enough
I'll make
for my
Ominous
taste.
understand. He'll change his mind.
quests we have left. This is an earlier one, so I should do this one first. Do them in the order of their level until I finally get the dark magic quest. Okay, so up to the astronomy tower we go. This also unlocks a collectible thing around the world, so anything that could give me achievements that will increase my level will be handy.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
But I don't have a telescope.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Alright.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello! I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about. Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could.
Revelio. Confringo. This was his old telescope. It was practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing.
Revelio.
Amit thinks he knows everything. He can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
The perfect night for... Oh,
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Ah, I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No, no. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we?
Revelio.
Lumos!
Let's see.
Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs.
Revelio.
Ritual stargazing.
Hello?
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy.
Confringo! Revelio. Confringo.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking
Revelio.
about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
There we go.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Okay, so...
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Let's check out our quest log. Okay, so we finished that one. There's lots of side quests building up in the queue, but again, I want to stick with quests that lead to dark magic. Tricky part with those main questline is I don't want to advance it too quickly without doing all the Sebastian things, because like I said last time, I managed to get all the way to the final battle and still didn't have Avara Kedavra. So.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Hello, pussycat. Alright, now then. We just need to fly up the valley here.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
It won't let you fly all the way over here, but... Oh, she's not here, is she? Well...
Revelio.
I can take the opportunity... See, there's some,
I wonder what that does. That did it.
Confringo!
Let's see. Oh, it's not going to let me through until it's time for the quest.
Revelio.
Which means I have to come back here to get the legendary enemy.
Psst, over here, quietly.
Oh. Hello.
I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Okay, well...
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Well... we finish this quest today. And we'll end the stream, and I'll do off-screen stuff like defeating that... Oh, interesting.
Revelio.
Oh, now we've got a box. We didn't have a box before, did we?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
They didn't want to let us through.
Levioso!
Oh, come on. Tumbling box.
Revelio. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
Yeah, there's an elite enemy down there, but you can't fight him during the quest because it'll take you out of the quest zone. Oh, that's interesting. I think you have to go to the other side and pull it through.
Dead end. Must be another way in.
To be sneaky.
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso! Revelio!
Yeah, there's some loot up there.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso! Revelio!
All right, now.
Repulsor! Accio!
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
I could do that too. Except it wasn't quest locked.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hollow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get these things back to
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blasted! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
And of course, you're automatically facing the way you need to go.
Revelio!
I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
Repulsor! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso!
Not the safest place to sneak into.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Useful if I wasn't on this.
It's Nocturnus. Revelio. Revelio.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
I could swear there's something.
Confringo!
Did I hurt you?
Reduction!
Levioso! Confringo!
So much for trying to sneak everywhere.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Revelio. I hope Natsy's having an easier time of it. Alohomora. Revelio.
You're going home in a wooden box! Loud as a troll, you...
Descendo! Quick! Confringo!
I could do this
Levioso!
with a pin.
No! Revelio. Alohomora.
Dropping him off the side of the castle.
Revelio.
Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians.
Alright, so... few people remember to do this. Oops. Not supposed to slice you in half, though. That is a way to get an early Niffler.
Revelio.
Is that all of them? Okay. Let's see. Climbing up the castle here. Alright, we want to get into our...
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Alright, so... a spell, so why do I climb
There
up
you are.
there before letting him loose?
Come on.
Hello, Mori.
Hurry!
It's a shareable tot.
Ho, ho! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
Okay.
Highwing, go!
Yeah, the instructions said that I could toggle the speed with the shift key, but it didn't seem to affect much. Unlike the broom, you can't have an auto fly.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Well, if I'm going to be a dark wizard, I think a Thestral would be appropriate. Don't you? Whoops.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Hallow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Hallow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
Just switch mounts.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
There we go. course, they're not as good as the broom.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
There we go.
Ah, there you are.
And of course, to anyone who has not seen Death, I look like I'm just flying by myself. No broom or anything. It's very dramatic.
What do you have in store for me this time? Slow down now. There we go.
Unlike the broom, you can stay on them on the ground. But still, the broom's more maneuverable. Alright, let me... Okay, so... Okay, that's not a main quest. I believe that gets us along the dragon fighting ring quest, so we'll have to do this one next time. So, alright, I think I'll end the stream here, and we will continue at a later date. Back on the path, probably sometime tomorrow. Have a good evening, folks, and we will talk at you later.